Hello and welcome back to April 14th here on The Dark Hour. It is early morning in Tokyo. It is nighttime in Inaba. Don't ask about how those time zones work. Did you see Mr. Kamoshida play yesterday? He was so awesome, says excited girl. I think I might ask for his autograph after school. I don't know if that's such a good idea. I hear you shouldn't go near the PE faculty office. People say you can hear weird sounds like screaming, even though no one's there. Well, that's probably just a rumor spread by fans to scare the competition. Oh yeah, no, you definitely want it to seem like your PE room is haunted by screams. That'll definitely have a negative effect on the competition and not on you at all. So about witnesses. Love to get a text that just says, so about witnesses. I was wondering if we get something out of Takamaki. She's not on the team. Just hear me out. You know how we didn't get the thing out of the volleyball team? I figured it'd be a good idea to talk to someone who knows them. Takamaki's BFFs with a starter, a girl named Suzui. I tried to talk to that girl during break, but I got nothing. Probably because I ran up to her and said, "Hey, is your coach beating you?" That's why we should have Takamaki talk to her. 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 Hello, welcome to Echolalia on The Dark Hour. Taro Namatame. Takamaki talk to her. Mayumi Yamano. Taro Namatame. Takamaki talk to her. Then again, I guess it'll be hard getting her to help us. Sorry, let me see what else I can come up with. I can just, like, tap her on the shoulder.
Shouldn't you be heading to volleyball? Uh-huh. That bruise above your eye. Is that from practice, too? Yeah. Are you sure you're not pushing yourself too hard?
I'm okay. Volleyball's the only thing I can do right.
Babe, oh no.
Shouldn't you take that?
Babe, contradict her.
It's probably just my part-time job, I think.
I should get going.
Shiho. Are you sure you're okay?
Not great.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Today won't work. I'm not feeling so good.
It must be all
Sorry.
that untreated appendicitis.
Bye.
Hey, wasn't that Takamaki?
Rumor has it she's dating Kamoshida.
Seriously?
I heard people saw them in his car together.
You know, she seems pretty easy, huh? You think I'd have a chance too?
Come on, dude. You can't go after Kamoshida's bitch.
A lot of Persona is about how the greater mass of people has some really dark shit. This is represented in Persona 4 by the TVs and the consumerism. It's represented in this game by the rumors and background whisperings. It's a little less represented in 3, but it's an earlier game, so that makes sense.
What? Oh, I'm in the way.
Anyway,
aren't I?
I'm sorry that you have to deal with
Sorry.
characters being terrible. I'm sorry, too.
Oh no, it's totally my fault. I shouldn't have been spacing out like that. You don't look familiar. Could you be that transfer student from Class D?
Yeah, the one who murdered somebody.
This might not be any of my business, but don't let the rumors get to you, okay? Well, I've helped with a similar situation before. My best friend is often misunderstood too, all because of her looks. Sorry, I didn't mean to drag on like that. Anyway,
So
I have
hard to
to go to
listen to her.
practice. I'll see you around.
I don't have jokes there. someone?
Is that what it looks like?
I don't know.
All of them kept saying the same shit Mishima was talking about. Kamoshida had to have told him something.
Uh-huh.
At this rate, looks like we'll have to go to him directly.
Yeah, that'll go great. There really isn't a point.
I know. But seriously, isn't there something we can do? No
We can do
way
magic
I'm gonna
shit.
give in like this. Can you think of anything?
Don't call the cops.
Oh, that'd be fine if we could do it without getting caught, but if we did, we'd be seriously done for.
Yeah, we
Got
should,
any other ideas?
go to his Mindscape. Oh, no, I don't want to say cops. My character knows you can't trust cops.
So you want to tell them about the castle? They'd never believe us. Have any other ideas? What do we do?
Let's punish the king.
You mean that other world's Kamoshida? I didn't think of that, but is there any meaning to...
I finally found you!
You say something?
Don't think you can get away with not paying me back for helping you.
That voice. Is that you, Morgana?
How dare you up and leaving me the other day?
The cat's talking?
A talking
I
cat?
am not a cat. This is just what happened when I came to this world. It was a lot of trouble finding you two.
Let me tell you,
You came to
I
our
have very
world?
few thumbs.
Does that mean you've got a phone?
You don't need one when you're at my level. I did get pretty lost making my escape, though.
Ryuji's big eyes for... Does this cat have a phone? Can he post memes of himself? Does that mean you have a phone? A phone?
That aside, why can you talk? You're a cat.
Rude.
How should I know?
You hearing this too?
Meow?
This is no time to be joking around.
I don't know, I think this scene's pretty light.
You guys are having a rough time of this, I heard you mention something about witnesses.
Oh, shut up.
You know, I could tell you a thing or two about what to do about Kamoshida. You were pretty close just a moment ago.
Yeah, I know, I
God,
played this
that
before.
condescending attitude. This thing's gotta be Morgana.
Yeah, just yell at the cat
You
more
were
in public.
still doubting me?
Quiet down.
We really have to be looking for a cat in a busy time like this?
I just heard a meow somewhere near here. Didn't you hear it?
Make sure you check every nook and cranny around.
Oh, you know cats, they always like to be in nooks and crannies and nooks.
Meow? Does that mean only us two can understand what you're saying?
Looks like it.
What the hell's going on? Anyways, what you were talking about earlier, is it for real?
You're quite the skeptic for being an idiot.
Ah. I feel like I need to save that. I'm just gonna take this quick screenshot. And use that on Twitter.
Hey, tell us more. Then again, this probably ain't the best place. Here, stick it in your bag for now.
Wow,
Must be just small
rude.
enough to fit.
Hey, how dare you
I
treat
use
me
he, him pronouns.
Don't be so rough with me.
Enough of that. You said you know how we can do something about Kamoshida, right?
It has to do with what this guy was talking about earlier. You'll need to attack his castle.
I really wish that Cat Morgana had a cat portrait.
What do you mean?
That castle is how Kamoshida views this school. He doesn't realize what happens in there, but it's deeply connected to the depths of his heart. Thus, if the castle disappears, it would naturally impact the real Kamoshida.
All right. How do we make psychological trebuchets?
What had happened?
A palace is a manifestation of a person's distorted desires. So, if that castle were no more,
His desires would go too.
precisely.
seriously. You sure pick up things fast.
I was about to make an observation that I then realized is a spoiler. So I won't. Ask me about this in, like, January.
For real? He's gonna turn good? But is that really getting back at him?
Erasing a palace essentially means forcing the owner to have a change of heart. However, even though their warped wants disappear, the crimes they committed remain. Kamoshida will become unable to bear the weight of those crimes, and he'll confess them himself.
We do know from the future that he
For
does
real?
confess.
That's possible?
And since the palace will no longer exist, he'll forget what we did there as well.
Not that he would have
Not
known
only
that
will we be
anyway.
able to bring Kamoshida down, but there won't even be a trace of our involvement.
Except for all the traces we need to leave.
That's amazing! You are one incredible cat!
Not a cat.
True, except for the cat part.
So, how do we get rid of the palace?
By stealing the
Ryuji needs to
treasure
stop
held within.
misspeciesing him.
Stealing?
I'll tell you more once you agree to go ahead with this. It's my most valuable secret plan, after all. If you want to help me out, I'll gladly teach you. What's your call?
Our luck's running dry looking for witnesses. Guess we have no choice but to go along.
Also, it sounds sick as hell.
Good.
Sounds like a really compelling
Right.
narrative
There's
for a
one
video
more thing
game.
I should tell you.
Cool dungeons and shit.
If we erase a palace, there is no doubt that the person's distorted desires will be erased as well.
You
But
said that.
desires
Uh-oh.
are what we all need in order to survive. The will to sleep, eat, fall in love. Those sorts of things.
What are
Yeah,
you
depression
getting at?
sucks.
If all of those yearnings were to vanish, they'd be no different than someone who is shut down entirely. They
Have we
may
heard about
even
people who are shut
die
down
if they're not
entirely?
given proper care. So,
They might die.
Uh-huh.
will you listen to everything I have to say first?
Well, your
Would their death be
speech
our
bubble
fault?
ended.
Aren't you determined enough to face those kinds of risks?
Fault is such a funny word.
Hey, what do you think? For real?
Sheesh. I come all this way and this is what I get. It's not like anyone will ever find out.
That's not the point. If we just go around secretly doing whatever we
Okay.
want, we'd be no
Okay.
better than that effing Kamoshida.
Persona 5 Remake, where instead
Isn't this
of
your only
Sainijima, it's Lieutenant Columbo. Gee, I'm sorry to bother you. I was just wondering, you know, I'm gonna work on this joke. I'm gonna work on this joke. This is why I'm gonna do this over the course of a year, so that I get gradually funnier as it happens. Yes. Okay. I'm thinking about developing long-running bits like Sainijima as Lieutenant Columbo. We'll see when I get the
I'll
next
come back
Sainijima
later.
scene.
Make sure you've made your decision by then.
Man, we're getting all worked up for nothing.
Damn
Right.
it!
I'll try and see if I can figure out another way. Come on.
No, this way's
Let's get outta
cool.
here.
Yo, some of the guys in my class have been talking about that Suzui girl. Looks like rumors are going around about her and Kamoshida. If they're true, it's no wonder I couldn't get her to talk. Still, something about that doesn't seem right. What do you mean? It's just impossible. I've known Takamaki and Suzui since middle school. There's just no way Kamoshida's their type, you know? Uh-huh. So I gotta wonder where those rumors came from. Uh-huh. Guess we'll get to it tomorrow. See ya! Wonder what the other students are saying. I should listen in as I go home. Hey, are you guys saying things? Takamaki always looks kind of unhappy whenever Mr. Kamoshida talks to her. Maybe she doesn't want to talk to him at school to show off how she's got him wrapped around her finger? Ugh, gross. Oh, so that's what's going on? I wonder how far they've gone together. I'm doing character voices, you see. Hire me to be your next voice actor. After this makes me famous. Scared. Here, I'll do a scared female student. I saw that new transfer student hanging out with Sakamoto-kun. The two of them are so scary. Female student heading home. He doesn't look like the kind of guy who'd have a criminal record. Maybe he's one of those, you know, the people in those accidents. Maybe he suddenly freaks out and attacks people. Huh? I don't think so. He's just been coming to school. Actually, he almost. One sec. Seems normal. And from what I hear, after your psychotic breakdown, you go brain dead and die right there. Where have we heard that? Where have we heard that? Do we have basic pattern recognition? Tokyo M? No, we don't have basic pattern recognition. Student heading home. Sakamoto's been asking questions about the volleyball team. Just who does he think he is? Carefree student. The volleyball team's never gonna tell him anything. They're all completely loyal to Kamoshida. Well, if Kamoshida likes them, their future's pretty much set. Of course they back him up. You see, it's like he's running right now. Speaking of which, I hear Kamoshida's new favorite girl is someone named Tsuzui. Oh, the girl who was chosen to be a regular? Her face was all swollen. It looked pretty bad. I'm gonna stop doing kids going home voices because I actually do jog in place when I do that, and it's tiring. Poor student. Man, she even looks hot in a jersey. I wonder if I have a shot with her. You know Kamoshida leftovers? I could go with the ponytail better. Oh, you mean from the volleyball team? I guess I kinda get you. There's also a really cute first year with a ponytail. Why not her? Oh, she doesn't get to become plot relevant until, really until the bonus semester. Wait, there was a girl like that? I didn't look at all. That's what happens when you're a sleepy student. So traumatized from the video of that accident. I've been afraid of riding the train ever since. There've been similar accidents before, right? What happens when you get a psychotic breakdown? Well, out of nowhere, you go crazy and violent, and then you suddenly pass out. In the very end, you die in a lot of pain. Oh, this is actually not a fun thing to do silly voice about. In the end, you die in a lot of pain. That's what I hear. You die or you're as good as dead. That's... I'm sorry that I did silly character voices on such an unpleasant line.
Platform number 2, service to Asakusa is departing soon. Please watch your step.
God, I gotta navigate this place again. Alright, gang. Who remembers how to get back to Yongan Jaya? The area beyond this point seems to be off limits. Okay, I don't want to examine, I wanted to listen. Listen? Listen. How can you think it's all a coincidence? The same thing keeps happening again and again. I'm not doing a heading home voice for this guy. I'm not. The train derailing the other day was horrific. If you ask me, it looked like an act of terrorism. Maybe it's conspiracy, another country attacking us. You think they're using mind control? If it was mind control, they're messing it up. Those people end up going brain dead, don't they? Is it this way? Yes, I think it's Station Square. Oh, there we go.
Will you please give it a rest? I told you, I'm not feeling up to it. Wait, what? That's not what you promised. And you call yourself a teacher?
No, I call myself Ryuji.
This has nothing to do with Shiho. Shiho's starting position. Wait, were you listening?
I pressed X.
Haven't you heard of privacy? No, I was out of line. Sorry. So, how much did you hear?
We were arguing.
See, that is true. It's nothing at all. Nothing.
Wonder what happened. I should follow her. I don't necessarily approve of chasing down someone who clearly does not want to talk to you and is actively running from you, but that's where we are. Hey, that girl who just ran by was really cute, don't you think? How should I know? I don't go looking at the face of everyone who walks by me.
Stop following me! Just leave me alone!
You have a portrait. I know your plot's significant.
Why? Why do you keep worrying about me?
I figure it's a social link at worst.
What the heck? I really don't get you. I don't have anything to talk about with you. It was just an argument.
With Kamoshida? Seems like she's really stressed out.
Thank you very much! You've heard the rumors, haven't you? About Mr. Kamoshida. Everyone says we're getting it on. But that's so not true. That was him on the other line. I avoided giving him my number for the longest time. He told me to go to his place after this. You know what it means. If I turn him down, he said he'd take my friend off as a regular on the team. I've been telling myself this is all for Shiho's sake. I can't take it anymore. I've had enough of this. I hate him. But still, Shiho's my best friend. She's all I have left in that sorry excuse of a school. Tell me, what should I do? Sorry, I shouldn't have asked. It's not your problem. What am I saying? I barely even talked to you before.
It's like you're some kind of weird identityless cipher that I can project myself onto. Maybe that's why?
You might be right. You're so weird. Usually everyone just ignores me.
Well, I am the protagonist.
Are you really a bad person? I've heard people talking about you, but I just don't see it.
What does it mean to be a bad person?
That you assaulted someone.
True.
That you almost killed them.
I wish.
Kinda had a feeling they were all just exaggerations. You seemed lonely. Almost like you didn't belong anywhere. You're the same in that regard. Maybe that's why it was so easy for me to talk to you. Is there really no way for me to help Shiho? I wish he'd just change his mind. Like,
Or his heart.
forget about me and everything. As if something like that would ever happen.
That's too convenient.
I wasn't asking for a serious response. But I do feel a bit better now. I'm gonna head home. Don't tell anyone what I told you, okay? I'll try and think of a way to persuade Kamoshida.
Don't tell anybody
Well,
about how the teacher's trying to sexually
yes.
abuse you? Okay.
Suzui, are you leaving?
What is it?
Mr. Kamoshida's asking for you. He's in the PE faculty office.
What did he say?
I don't know. Well, I have to go.
On.
You're late. Where have you been?
I got lost in the
Is
Big
that
Bang
supposed
Burger.
to be an excuse? How directionally challenged can you be?
Well, I don't have a mini map.
By the way, you haven't been hanging around any bad influences, have you?
Not just a talking cat.
Well, they've got to be pretty strange to want to spend time with you.
Rude.
Just make sure you're careful who your friends are, if you don't want them ruining your life. Ooh, look at the time.
Evening.
Seriously, think about how I feel having to stay up here waiting for you. Hey, I'm leaving. In the future, try not to come back so damn late. Understood?
So what do you think about what Morgana told us? I don't know if I get all that stuff about stealing desires. Kamoshida's gonna turn, like, brain dead if we mess up, right? I mean, sure, I'm pissed at him. I don't know if I really want to kill the guy. I mean, maybe I'm just freaking out. I don't want to end up a murderer because of this shit. Oh well. I'll try and see if I can come up with some other way tonight. I'm feeling pretty burned out. I should probably go to sleep soon. I wanted to check the TV.
I should write something.
You should write something. All right. I believe that is the end of a day that started out exciting and ended up really, really dark. I'd say hopefully tomorrow will be nicer, but I happen to know it isn't. I'll put a content warning in that episode. See you tomorrow.